All right, it's Jake backstage here at Rocklahoma with Dan of Disturbed. And we made it through 2 nights, Dan. 2 nights and nobody's canceled. You guys have played Rocklahoma before and you haven't been canceled yet either. We've lost Lincoln Park. We've lost it. We had Soundgarden one year. Has anybody? Man, I just thought of that. Whoa, that's kind of a trip, man.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I know, but it goes right into exactly what I was thinking too, with the reason to fight, you know, because it kind of brings it full circle in a Rocklahoma experience for us. You know, the last couple of nights, everybody's played through as the storms moved in, but over the past couple of years, we didn't get to see Soundgarden, we didn't get to see Lincoln Park, but we're going to get to see Disturbed tonight. And I know when you go into a reason to fight, you're going to have that amazing moment. So think about that and tell Dave too that experience, because a lot of people would remember that from Rocklahoma. You know, that we missed out on those folks. You know,
right.
that we lost.
Oh, I know. It's you know, it's good to be back here again and doing it. And yeah, this weather's been crazy, and hopefully, I didn't even look at the forecast, so I'm hoping it's clear for the night. And
it is clear.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's good to know. So,
and it's got to be touching too when you guys do that live, you know. And I bet you didn't even expect that the fan response from that the first time out either, did you?
You know, it's just such a deep message, and it's something we, early on when we were discussing topics of what we wanted to touch on, writing these songs, and, you know, we put our heart on our sleeve and wanted to, we knew it connected big with us personally because we've all had either family members or friends that have battled those demons of depression or addiction. And, you know, so to play it night after night now and to see the reaction from the fans out there, and it's amazing to see how many people are, you know, open to it. You can see some fans that might be some hardcore kid getting in the mosh pit the song before, and then we play that song and that same big dude is in tears because he's got his own personal, you know, struggles that he may be dealing with.
Well, and you guys also took Evolution as a sonic evolution as well, based on, I would assume, primarily the success of Sound of Silence, that you guys thought, well, there's a whole different fan base out there that are turned on to Disturbed now. So not that you're really trying to tone it down. Was that not even intentional? Or?
I mean, obviously Sound of Silence helped open that door a little bit more, but it's not like we were chasing that either. It was something for many years. We were discussing doing some acoustic ideas, and we've always, for whatever reason, we put it on the back burner because we would end up writing the heavier tracks, and that would make the album, and we would just always never get around to the acoustic thing. So this time around, when we started writing, we said we need to start with the acoustic ideas first. Let's just go down that road and see what we come up with. And everything was coming out great, and we loved the direction it was going. And then we started to tackle the stuff that was in our wheelhouse of the heavier tracks later. So
yeah, when I noticed that too, because, you know, I mean, I've followed you guys since the beginning. I mean, 20 years ago when The Sickness came out, and over the years, all of our experiences with doing shows together, you guys even came up to the studio. I don't remember the year it was, but you guys actually played in KATT Radio Studio, and I can't remember, it was Reprise. I think it was when you guys were on Reprise, and you guys brought the buses around the back, and you literally, your rack was like 6 feet tall, and it may have been too close to a transformer, I think, outside the building, and you were getting some kind of like interference, and it was, we were kind of freaking out.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, I carried the big rig out there, and then, yeah, when that's the thing, troubleshooting it, if there's a problem, then there's a lot to go.
Well, but you're a tone monster is what I was getting at. So for me, you know, as a Disturbed fan, hearing all the early stuff and all your crazy tunings that you do, being somewhat of a guitar player, and what you produce on the records and stuff, but coming to Evolution, it's like, man, I bet, did you really have a hard time getting those tones on the acoustic stuff, or did you just have the right board, the right processing? What was it?
A lot of it, I mean, great guitars to begin with. I'm using Taylor acoustic guitars, but a great producer with Kevin Churko, who's our second time with him. We did Immortalized album with him as well, and just really going down a road that we haven't gone before. So it was a lot of just experimental things. I had a lot of ideas that I demoed with the acoustic stuff, but it also was a lot of let's capture the moment, you know, in the moment when we're together in the room. So I left a lot of it open for interpretation, and once we got in there, and going back to A Reason to Fight, that was something that just kind of almost didn't happen because musically I had part of the idea, and I didn't have enough of it to where I was ready to present it to the guys. Right. And we had downtime in the studio. I think Churko was micing up the drum kit, and I just started playing that intro piece in the control room, just killing time. And then David happened to be in the room, and he's like, "Wait a second, keep playing that. Just loop that part over and over." And then, and it just started to come together. He had a great melody for it right away, and we made it a priority. But if it wasn't for that moment, it might have been backburnered as well, because it just happened to be the right time, the right moment. And surprisingly, it's probably the first time where we had a videographer with us in the studio who captured the moment as it was happening, which I don't think has ever happened in our career, of writing something on the spot and capturing it on video. So I haven't seen the video. I know it exists, but it's great to know that we got a great song out of it, and we have the footage of it as it happened.
It's awesome. That's for down the road, the 20th anniversary of Evolution, right?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of stuff. Plus, we carry our videographer with us, too. So we've archived our careers for 20 years. And Rafa here, he's been here with us the whole entire time.
And you've had the same haircut for 20 years?
No, I've changed it quite
a little bit.
I've been through every phase.
You have, I noticed, yeah.
So
it's David has had the same haircut.
Yeah, actually, when David had hair in the beginning, when we
did he really
when we were a local band. As soon as we got the record deal and we were doing the Sickness, I think right at the start of that album cycle, then he's like shaved it off.
Yeah, I love it. It's Dan from Disturbed here, live from Rocklahoma 2019. Thanks for your time, Dan.